What's going on, Diggletdreamers? Mathers here with another episode of Classy Friday. Ripping a nice tie. Here we go. We're gonna play some more you. Get that pencil out of the way. Showdown has just been lagging like this for a long time. As long as I can remember. No, not really. Just for a while. Let's see. This guy has a Medicham. Medicham has definitely been falling out of the meta recently with Gallade out there now. I think Medicham has higher attack, but that's about all it has on Mega Gallade. This guy also has a Miltank. Liepard, Chandelure. He's got like a... He doesn't have a single OU Pokemon anymore, because I'm pretty sure... Thanks. Thanks, friend. I meant to hit the bracket, but I accidentally hit caps. Or hit shift instead. Shift bracket just makes that I meant to do bracket. But I'm pretty sure Medicham is... Actually, I can't type today. Data, Medicham... Okay. It is officially BL. Yeah. So this guy has no OU. Come on, team. I just realized I accidentally put those as everyone can see instead of accidentally. I tried to just put slash data, but I accidentally did exclamation point data, so I played it off cool, like a cool guy, you know, because that's what I am. This guy has nothing to take volt switches, so I am free to go for that. Make sure there's two Pokemon weak to it, and no one resisting it. Medicham leads. Medicham obviously probably make a bit of fake out actually. So I probably shouldn't stay in. I'm gonna go to my physical defense, which is my slow bro. I played that off so well. Yeah, because Mega Medicham is BL, the Medicham regular is UU, just in case he happens to be running a regular Medicham. Miltank, I believe, is RU or NU. I think it's actually NU. Chandelure is UU. Liepard, I want to say also like NU. Crobat and Tentacruel are both UU, although Tentacruel has been in OU for an extended period of times in the past. It just fell down to UU for some reason now. But here we go. This guy's taking some time. I'm going to put the timer on. I got a new layout for my showdown because I was getting a little tired of the old one. Need a little change every once in a while, you know. Always. Good thing to have. So this is... Let me check. If you go to Stylish, if you install a thing called Stylish, there's a website there that you find all the different showdown themes, which you can see all the ones I have here. This is Amethyst Pokemon Showdown skin, which is, I guess, is where the this comes from. This whole Latios Amethyst thing. I have no idea what it means or why it's there, but I like the way it looks. So this guy, is he just gonna like time out turn 1? What's going on? Alright, why don't I pause until it's a move? Be right back, guys. Alright guys, we are back. This guy is not coming back. I'm pretty sure he has 20 seconds left, unless he's being a dick and just waiting until time runs out and then making a move. Even if he does that, I don't even want to play with him. Alright, I'll just give him 10 seconds right now. Maybe he like disconnected or something. I don't know. Alright, so he's gone. Weird. Okay. I'm not the only one who saw that, right? Alright, let's find another battle. That one does not count. You know, it took 5 minutes. Alright, we found another battle. Hopefully this one will not be quite so unfortunate. Yet again, I see nothing that can take a Voltage. So Sparking Fly can lead, and he's actually going to be a pretty important member of the team. As he takes out the Aggron and the Slowbro, which seem to be his defensive cores. Well, that doesn't really make sense because they're both physically defensive. I guess he might be running one especially defensive instead. I don't know. I'll go for a Volt Switch anyway. No reason not to. Lower that attack stat, Volt Switch, and I can. Oh, hell yeah! I can go right into. He forfeits. What? What's going on today, guys? I'm not even low on the ladder. Like, for real? Look at that. I'm at 1230. This guy's almost at 1200. And he just forfeits turn 1. What the hell? Alright, we have a challenger today, folks. So I will pause it until we get a battle set up, and we will do that. Alright guys, we're back. We have got a new OU battle against the same guy that just timed out last time. Hopefully, he won't time out this time. I'll little smiley face, just to be a little, give him a little more friendliness than last time, because we have been on. We have a rapport now that we've had this experience together. You know what I'm saying? Same to you, the damned one. Once again, I think he's gonna be with Medicham again. I don't know, but I'll do the same thing. Kind of give us like a fair start again. Let's see what he does. He does leave with Medicham again, and yet again I'm going to go with my Snowbro because I don't like. Do I have Rocky Helmet? I don't, but that's okay. Because I don't like Fake Out. I don't want that coming my way. Fake Out is coming my way. But I can go for a Scald. Yeah. I don't know, something about this skin, I think, is that whenever a Pokemon Mega, it just disappears off the top here. Like, doesn't have little sprites for it. Don't know why. Maybe it's an old version. It's an old skin, like from back in the day when there were no Megas. It's possible. It's possible. But if this guy seems cool, I will tell him that he's being recorded and that he can check out the video on YouTube. But for now, I'm just gonna Scald this Tentacruel. Can we get a burn? We don't get a burn, but I see no reason not to Psyshock this thing. I'm so glad I have Psyshock. I don't usually run Psyshock on the Slowbro. I usually put Psychic on, but since I have Psyshock, I can just do some hecka damage to this Tentacruel. He doesn't have anything for a Psyshock. Oh, he has the Light Part, I forgot. Does he get a burn? He doesn't get a burn, and I get a nice, super effective Psyshock. And now, do I predict him to go into the Liepard? I'll just go for another Scald to see if maybe I can get a burn this time. He does have speed. Okay, he protects. So he's been going for the Scald. Maybe that will convince him to stay in and go for like a Recover or something. Does this thing get Recover? Burn. Nope, I don't become the Tentacruel. Recover. Can't learn Recover. Sometimes I forget these are Psychic. Easy to do. Easy to do, friend. I can go for another Psyshock though. I usually think that Golduck is part Psychic. Like every time I find out it's not Psychic, I'm surprised. Even though I know now, like, just saying it right now, like made me like think about it again. Like really, Golduck should be Psychic type. So even if he goes into Liepard now, not that big a deal. He gets the freeze. Oh, and I have Scald, so I can just thaw myself out, but still. I'm gonna give him like one of my surprise faces, but it doesn't really matter. I can Scald myself out of this, thankfully. That is crazy. A little payback for forgetting about the Psychic type, but do thaw out the Scald. And I get a burn, so hacks right back at you. Doesn't really matter though, because unless you get another burn, I will take you out. Another freeze, I will take you out with a Side Shock right now. And you could also go into Live Part now, I'm predicting it, but you haven't done that yet, so I don't know if you will. Oh, he does. Oh, he goes into Miltank. Okay. Okay. Still see no reason not to Scald, I guess, Toxic. Probably has Heal Bell. No, I'm gonna Toxic. Toxic is more damaging. And it'll force him to go for Heal Bell at some point. Okay, he goes for the Heal Bell there. So he definitely has Heal Bell. Good to know. And it looks like he is physically defensive, so let's see how the Scald does. He took the Side Shot pretty well. Let's see how he takes the Scald. He goes for Heal Bell again, and we get a free scouting turn. Scald does more. So he's super bulky, but also just like more physically defensive than specially defensive. I'm gonna go for a Toxic again. Force him to take some damage and have to go for a Heal Bell at some point. It goes into Crobat. Not bad, not bad. But he has nothing here for the Slowbro, which is kind of sad. He should be going in, or I guess he needs an opportunity to go into Chandelure. He could U-turn right here, I suppose. Maybe. You don't know. Even though... Oh, I guess I could have a Mega Latias, but who runs a Mega Lati Twins ever? I don't think I've seen one in any other times I've ever battled on Showdown ever. I could have a Mega... Oh yeah, I guess I could have Mega Slowbro, but yeah, I would have evolved Mega by now, probably. And Manectric usually is not very common without the Mega Stone. Although I have seen like a Choice Scarf Switcheroo set to catch people off guard sometimes. I'm just gonna go for a Scald here. It hits everything. It hits the Chandelure really hard. It hits everything else somewhat hard. And the Tentacruel it hits, and the Tentacruel's pretty weak as it is. He's looking at Mega Latias. And he says, damn, because I didn't switch, I guess? Or maybe damn, just at the power of Mega Latias. I'll see if he explains himself. He goes into Chandelure as we get the Scald, but it is actually taking the Scald like a champ. I'm impressed. This Chandelure is actually kind of a problem for the team. Do I make the play? Do I make the play? I think I will. Predict the Shadow Ball. Go into Staraptor. This is risky, actually. Staraptor can actually be really huge for the team. Okay, we get that. We get that. That's what I like to see. And now we U-turn, predicting a switch. Because I doubt he wants to sack this Chandelure, because without Chandelure, Slowbro kind of just runs all over his team. He does switch as we get the U-turn off, which is perfect. I'm gonna go into Sparks, because he resists his Stab, Brave Bird, and once I get an Intimidate off with the Mega Evolution, I resist the U-turn. Or I don't resist the U-turn, but I'll take less damage from the U-turn. I do not outspeed, but that's okay. If he does U-turn, I will get some Switch Initiative. Well, I'll get Switch Initiative no matter what, because he outspeeds. But I also get the Intimidate off. And now I guess he'll find out that I do have a Mega Manectric. He does switch into the Tentacruel, sacking off the Tentacruel as he finds out that I have Mega, and down goes the Tentacruel. Now I will go into... let's see, if I go into Top Gun, he goes into... I don't know. I'm going to Top Gun. He doesn't really have much to come in on it. Even the Crobat can't really come in because I am scarfed. He could go into Medicham and Fake Out, but then following turn I'll take it out with a Brave Bird. So I'm feeling pretty good going into this Top Gun. This guy is not bringing any OU power, and it looks like that is going to be his undoing. Where's my other team? Your OU team? He's talking trash. He's saying that if he had his other team, he would win. But somewhat. So he's bringing UU to OU, and now he's talking about how his somewhat OU team would do it better than his UU team. Makes sense. Alright, he does go into the Medicham. We'll predict the Fake Out, but I'm pretty sure I could take a Fake Out from this thing. Somewhat, since this game is lost. Okay, so he's going to say something else. I'm just going to go for Brave Bird. If he doesn't go for Fake Out, then I will kill him. If he does, I will live it and then kill him. The rematch, I'll do it with the other team. Okay, so the damned one is going to be a special guest today on Classy Friday. We are going to battle him twice. He does Fake Out, and that does a lot. Holy crap. Okay, there's also a crit, but still. I will still Brave Bird, because I think I'll just kill something. The Crobat can probably live a hit. So can the Miltank, actually. Probably, but they can't live 2 hits. So we do get the Medicham with the Brave Bird. We take a lot of recoil. But that's what you get for being reckless, isn't it? Right? Am I right, people? Reckless has been one of my favorite abilities lately. I've also been running a Scarfed Reckless Hitmonlee down at RU, which has been wrecking stuff with high jump kick. Let's go into Snowbro, because Snowbro can take any hit, even a U-turn. He does Brave Bird though, so that is fine by me. And I have no reason not to go for Scald anymore, because Scalds do hits everything on the team. They no longer have to worry about the Tentacool coming in to take a Scald. Psyshock can be taken by the Light Part though, so I have to worry about that. Because basically this is just covering the Light Part if it comes in. And the Miltank can take Sky Shock, guys. New specially offensive flying type move, Sky Shock. Anyway, if I go for a Psyshock, the Liepard can take it, of course, because it's immune, and Miltank can take it because it's physically defensive, but a Scald will hit everything. So let's see what he goes into. He does U-turn. He's taking his time. He knows I'm thinking about it. He goes into the Miltank. Can we get a burn? Ah, no burn, no burn. But we can KO with a Scald. But it does have speed. I'm gonna go for a Scald anyway. We're gaining leftovers. We can take any hit. Unless we get a low roll, perhaps. Maybe we got a high roll that last turn, we get a low roll this time. He doesn't get the paralysis, and he lives on 1, and we still don't get the burn. So he was going to get another chance to body slam, or come in on a Scald. Which depends on what he wants to do. Does Milk Drink. Can we get a burn this time? We get a burn this time, which is going to help us out immensely, because he cannot go for a Heal Bell this turn because we'll take him out with a Scald if he does. So he's going to have to Milk Drink again. But combined with Burn and Scald, I don't think he'll even be gaining that much. He will be gaining, actually. You could also go for the Body Slam, hope for the para, and get the full para, which would be nuts. Then the burn would be, we'll have him almost gone by then. He does go for the Body Slam and doesn't get the paralysis, and we take out the Miltank with a Scald. So he looks like he did not want to bother going for a milk drink there. And I think he'll get the free switch into the Chandelure. But let's see. Chandelure does come in. Let's see if he goes for the fire type move, predicting the switch again. I'm just going to go for the skull because Snowbro is not super necessary for the rest of this match. Because I have Mega Magnetic Trick for the Crobat. I think it outspeeds. He does just go straight for the Shadow Ball, which is fine. What do you think? Is he scarfed? Let's go into we go into silver. I think we go into Sparking before. Maybe risky. But I think I can come in and sweep with Top Gun at some point. Maybe. Maybe I should just want a Top Gun now. Ah, I should have gotten a Top Gun. Because if he is locked in the Shadow Ball, that would have been good to know. But I will Volt Switch. If he does stay in, I guess. Then we'll know he's scarfed. Because I do outspeed him otherwise. Max 284 is actually not that fast. The only base 80 speed, which is okay, not that fast, but it's still pretty fast. And I'm just used to Scarf Chandelure, because that thing's fast. Alright, he is not Scarfed. We do outspeed. Could just be going for another Shadow Ball. I need to check. We do outspeed Crobat, which is really good to know, because now we don't even really need Top Gun anymore. We can just go in, hopefully he'll go for a Shadow Ball, and we can take it like a champ. He does just go for the Flamethrower, that's fine, but I did not really need this thing anymore. I can't go back into Sparking Reply and go for another Volt Switch. Oh, it's actually a speed tap between these two, which is cool. I'm gonna go for another Volt Switch though. He could be Specs. No, he's not Specs. He's even for Shadow Ball and a Flamethrower. He's not choiced in any way. I haven't seen a Life Orb or anything. Is it Soltis? I don't know. Well, he's gone. Doesn't matter anymore. And we go into Mamoswine. So Mamoswine can deal with both of these things. And is not weak to either of their stabs, like the other two are. Sylveon's weak to Crobat's poison, and Latingus is weak to Liepard's Dark and Crobat's U-turn. See, I'm just gonna go for an Icicle Crash here. Let's see what he does. He probably might be able to take us out with a Brave Bird or something. He does go for a Brave Bird. We live the Brave Bird. Can we hit the Icicle Crash? We hit the Icicle Crash. We get a crit, and down goes the Crobat. Now, this thing can come in and Prankster all day long, but Magnetic Trick and Sylveon and Latias can all... Actually, everything on my team can deal with it pretty well. Yeah, I would not have trusted the Brave Bird to take me out there. I probably would have gone into Liepard first and like done some shenanigans with Prankster first. But I'm just going to go for a nice Earthquake here, no chance to miss or anything. And I'm sure it'll KO this Liepard. I'm sure the Thunder Wave will probably come. Oh wait, no, I can't be Thunder Wave, what am I saying? Copycat goes with his own Icicle Crash, but I do resist that because of the Thick Fat. But that is GG. Down goes a Liepard. Well done, the Damned One. You did do okay with your UU team there. But if you would like to battle again, then let's do it. Team. Alright guys, I will pause it until I know what we're doing next, so hold on one second. What's up, guys? We're back with another battle against the Damned One. He's brought actually an OU team with a shiny Electrode, a Talonflame, another Crobat, a Blastoise, a Togekiss, and an Excadrill. So he's actually looking pretty powerful this time. The Electrode is definitely a bit of a grab from the lower tiers, but we'll see how it does, because if it is Scarfed or something, it might be able to outspeed. I don't know, how fast is Electrode? Electrode is super fast. It outspeeds everything on my team, maybe even the Scarfer. We'll see. He could lead, it depends on if he's Rocks thingamajiggy right here. I don't know. But I think I'll lead with Mamoswine right now. He does have a ground type to take the Volt Switches this time too, which is scary. But Mamoswine's going to lead. In comes Excadrill. That's kind of what I expected, because now I can pretty easily go for an Earthquake. Unless this is his Scarfer, maybe. He might go for an Iron Head, but that is neutral, actually. It doesn't ground resist Steel. So I'm just going to go for a nice Earthquake right here, see if we can KO right now. He does have speed naturally. He goes for the Brick Break, but we live that, and we get a KO with this Earthquake. So we're off to a fantastic start with Mamoswine here. One of my favorite Pokemon names that I've ever come up with. Mamoswine. Yeah, so he's upset. Already off to a slow start on the first round, but we'll see if he pulls it together. This Mamoswine does kind of run train. It happens. You can't be on your ace every day. I do have ice type moves for. Oh, this thing's gonna outspeed me. What does it have for me? So this thing gets like Sucker Punch and stuff. See, I want to go for an Ice Shard because I know he outspeeds and might KO me, but I don't know what this. But if it doesn't KO me, I'm gonna be upset if I don't go for Earthquake. What is a typical Electrode set? I don't even know. This thing is mega fast. I could go into Latingas. I think I will, just to see, just for safety. Hold off to my Mamoswine because it is valuable against a couple other things on the team. So I will go into Latingas, just make a safe play and see what he does. He does go for the Thunderbolt. Wow, I could have KO'd. That is bold, bold, bold. But I don't think anything. Oh, I have the Togekiss, obviously. So why don't I just go for a Psyshock? No, Electrode definitely can't take a hit. It only has 70 and 80 special defense. Pretty frail. Hidden Power doesn't do much. Let's see how the Psyshock goes. Another nice 2-hit KO. And we're looking pretty good. I wish I was running Roost though. As you can see, I do have Earthquake here. That is just for Heatrans, because I did see that once. It seemed like an interesting thing. But it doesn't really matter right now. Just going to go for another Psyshock, because nothing on his team can take that. He does switch this time into Togekiss. Let's see how he. Okay, takes it better. And I definitely don't want to stay in because this thing can definitely do some damage. I don't know what I want to go into though. I guess I can go into Silver. Hi-Ho Silver, my Sylveon, which is a offensive Sylveon, but still has a pretty decent special defense. As you can see, it's eating that up, as you might say. I can go for a Hyper Voice though. He does have 2 resists, but they're both very frail, so I don't think they're going to take him much anyway. And it'll do a nice amount of damage to the Togekiss. Could go for a sub. Do you think he's going to switch? What does he have for me? He's going to Air Slash? Probably does outspeed. Oh, I forgot I had Calm Mind too. Why don't we go for a sub? Let's see the switch. Switch into Crobat or Talonflame. Switch. Oh, he goes for the Extreme Speed. Huh. I haven't seen an Extreme Speed Togekiss in a long time. You probably heard Quinlan Ding actually talking about that too. But that does not break my sub, so I can go for a Calm Mind here. Dazzling Gleam will break my sub. But Either way, I have a sub, so I'm taking the hit right now. Especially if he switches. Awesome. Ooh, infiltrator. Hello. Oh dear. Okay, okay. Gotta go into snow, bro. Infiltrator is real. I completely forgot that Crobat gets that until I saw it. And I definitely don't want to take a cross poison or a brave bird. So I do have to get out of there. I set up a little too soon, which is unfortunate that I have to get rid of all that. But Snowbro is the safe switch here. Psyshock is looking pretty powerful. Super effective against the Crobat, though I doubt he's staying in. And nothing else resists it. Especially with that Excadrill gone, nothing is resisting this. He does go for the U-turn. Scald would have been nice if he goes into Talonflame, but I think he's going to predict that and go into the Blastoise. Blastoise is definitely his bulkiest Pokemon right now. Let's see what he does. What does he predict? What does he predict? But Talonflame couldn't even can't take out Snowbro. That's what I'm saying. Blastoise would be a good switch because it will be able to take out Snowbro. He does go into the Blastoise. Can we get some nice damage? Wow, that is not that much. He's definitely going to KO us right now. But that actually not too bad because we'll get a safe switch into Sparky if he does KO, and I will just go for a Toxic actually. Let's see him trying to make a prediction, go for Water Pulse or something. Go for Ice Beam, predicting the Latias or Dark Pulse would cover both. So Flash Cannon, predicting the Sylveon, and we get the Toxic off. Perfect. Tried to predict the Sylveon, tried to make a big prediction there, but did not pay off for him. I'm not sure if Scald or Psyshock's going to be doing more. Psyshock is 24%, a nice quarter of the health about. So I think I'm just going to keep going with that because it's a nice solid chunk of damage. And we can't get the Scald burn anymore, so yeah. Psyshock's going to be doing damage to whatever comes in. We know he's not Specs, so we can definitely switch over to a Dark Pulse right now. Flash Cannon, actually not a very common move on Blastoise, but I guess that's good to cover things like, good for an OU match, like for things with Sylveon and Renera. But he can take a Water Pulse pretty well, so it's making me wonder if he's even packing a Dark Pulse. Because it doesn't seem like it. I would have just gone for it on that turn and gone for Brokino. Because it seems we can take another Water Pulse and KO him with Psyshock and Toxic Poison combination. So we're in a pretty good position. He does go for another Water Pulse, and we are able to take him out. I think. Yeah, there he goes. Now, whatever comes in, we can actually switch out and get a Regenerator boost. If we want to. We don't really need to, because Snowbro has pretty much lived out its usefulness. It does go down to the Electrode. It can take some Talonflame hits, to be honest. But so can Manectric. And Latias, too, I think. Can't really do much to the Crobat at this low health. And the Togekiss is not going to do much either. It goes into the Electrode. Let's make a play. I want to just predict the Electric type move, like the super obvious Electric type move. Get the Regenerator and go into Mamoswine. The Mamoswine is not super useful right now. He does go for the Thunderbolt and we get the safe switch. I'm going to go for... no. Icicle Crash. Let's go for the Icicle Crash. I'm gonna guess he's Specs or something because I don't know. Oh, he does just go for another Thunderbolt, and we get Icicle Crash off. We get another crit. That's the second Icicle Crash and the second crit Icicle Crash that we've gotten in this Classic Friday. So down goes the Electrode. Here comes the Talonflame. If he wants to set up or something, I'm just gonna go for a knockoff. Let's see what he wants to do. He's probably just going to KO me with a Brave Bird or a Flare Blitz at this point. But if he wants to set up, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to go for a knockoff and just get as much damage off as I can. He does just go for the Flare Blitz right there. And... They can go into Snowbro, actually. Especially if he's banded, that'd be really nice. Into Snowbro. Let's go for a Psyshock. I don't even really need Snowbro, which is why I can kind of play a little risky with him. He does not banded, which is good to know. And we do get a Psyshock off, which does a nice amount of damage. We can't take another Brave Bird, so I will go for a Scald this time. I might switch, though. Let's see what he wants to do. So this is the team he said would slaughter me. I don't know. I'm just kidding. This team is pretty powerful. I like seeing the Blastoise and the Electrode. We do live the Brave Bird, and we will be able to take out this Talonflame with the Scald. That is nice. Manectric does just clean up now. Probably could have cleaned up with the Intimidate and the Brave Bird Resist against the Talonflame, but now it definitely cleans out, unless the Crobat is Scarfed or something, but even then, it does resist his Stab Brave Bird, and it can get Intimidate off, so I think it's pretty much a game at this point. Manectric can pretty much just clean him up. In comes the Crobat. I'm just going to go for a Psyshock, even though I'm sure he's going to take me out with a U-turn or something. Just going to Togekiss. He does go for a U-turn, taking out my Snowbro. And he's going to have to go into the Togekiss, and I can just go into Manectric pretty easily. Here comes the Togekiss. And I can go into Sparky, Nickfly. And I will actually just go for a Volt Switch and get some damage off on this Togekiss, just so I can come in later and get the Intimidate off on the Crobat, just so it has even less of a chance to come back. Sparky McFly coming out is actually the name of my in-game ORAS Manectric as well. It's a lot of fun. I don't know where it comes from, how I came up with it. I just love it. Sparky McFly. It just sounds like, it reminds me, for some reason, Marty McFly. That's why it makes me think of. That's why it makes me think of Back to the Future, because the guy's name is McFly. Let's go into Top Gun, because Top Gun is Scarfed. The only reason Crobat will outspeed Top Gun is if it is also Scarfed. So we can get some Brave Bird or Double Edged or Close Combat or U-turn off on this thing. I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird, though. I think it is my most powerful move. And Flying does not resist Flying, so I don't need to worry about that. But even if he can take out my Top Gun, I can just come in with Manectric at any point and just clean up the game. So in comes the Crobat, and I'm just going to go for a Brave Bird. GG, he says. Very GG. A great match, my friend, of the damned one. And we get a nice 75% with that Brave Bird, and he will not take us out with his own Brave Bird. And we do see that we outspeed him too, so we will be able to finish him off with this next Brave Bird. We have been recording. It's been a somewhat long Classic Friday. That's okay. Some good matches. Alright, we get the Brave Bird off on the Crobat, and that will be game. We win again. I'm going to tell this guy, hey man, check, alright, fine. He says bye. I'll say peace. Now he leaves before I can even say anything. But I will catch him on the chat and tell him to check out this battle tomorrow. Oh, he's offline. Well, we'll never find him again. So, I guess that'll be it. I was hoping I could get him to get excited about the Classy Friday that he's going to be a huge part of. But maybe he'll find it on his own. Guys, that's going to be it for today's Classy Friday. Keep dreaming, but above everything else, keep it classy. I'll see you next time.